All right, Shalom Akim. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Racha, Kodash. I'd like to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. I'd like to say Shalom to the elect that's teaching His word in all true faith and sincerity. And today, I just want to get into the mark. And as we get closer and closer to the perfect day, things are becoming more clear and obvious of what it is. Such as the wicked. We know clear as day who the wicked is, which is the so-called white man. The Israelites, so-called Negro, Latinos, and natives, that's being made known and manifest. And a plethora of other things, Babylon the Great, which is America. And the mark of the beast, the sea hip, that's what it is, man. This is where the momentum is heading towards, this digital system. So, matter of fact, I'm gonna get it. This is from CNET.com, and it reads: Neuralink's brain chip is now in a human. Your skull is safe for now. So as you can see, the forehead part, when you read Revelation 13 and 16, matter of fact, let's get that. Let's start out with that. Let's just get it. Revelation 13 and 16, it reads, and he calls them all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. And of course, there's plenty of evidence, concerning this prophecy taking place upon the planet Earth, where people are actually receiving that mark, that charagma. People actually getting implants, chip implants. I believe it's a TikToker. I seen it on YouTube, me personally, but I believe she's a TikToker. Her name is Chip Girl. That's what they're pushing. That chip, because and what they do to contribute to you people to be lured in is convenience, and that's what Chip Girl does. Pretty much the whole house is digitized. The key is in her hand, and all these things, to have access to it is through that chip. Sweden, there's a thing called chipping parties. Even to the point now where that decree has been brought up several times concerning mandatory employment, chipping employees. But you even see the forehead aspect is coming more apparent as well with this Neuralink. So let's jump down. It says Neuralink has implanted its chip in a human for the first time and is detecting electrical signals from the patient's brain. Startup leader Elon Musk said Monday is one step on a very long path to making the technology safe and useful. The first human received an implant from Neuralink yesterday and is recovering well, Musk said on his X social network. The initial results are showing the implant, which Musk said is named telepathy, is registering spikes of brain cell activity. And that's part of those miracles. Matter of fact, because they're the miracles of this devil, man. It says the first device installed is part of a clinical, those pseudo miracles. The first device installed is part of a clinical trial Neuralink announced in 2023, testing how well the device works on people with quadriplegia because of a spinal cord injury or amyotrophic lateral sclerosis also known as Lou Gehrig disease. And once you get that, man, that's your ass. If you ever seen, I believe, what's that nigga name? He look like a Twizzler, man. Stephen Hawking. I believe that's what he has succumbed to. What he has succumbed to. That Lou Gehrig's disease. It says the idea is to intercept the brain's neural signals to move limbs, then retransmit those signals elsewhere in the body so the patient can control their limbs again. See, and that's those pseudo miracles to lure the people in, man. With that forehead aspect, and you got the hand where it's convenient, but also you see the forehead aspect is coming into play, man. Matter of fact, I'm gonna read this last little part. It says Neuralink got approval from the U.S. Food and Drug Administration for the medical test in 23, but Musk wants to go far beyond that, building what he's called generalized input-output device that could interface with every aspect of your brain. In other words, something everybody would use to connect their minds directly to the digital realm. See, and as you can see, this nigga got approval from the Food and Drug Administration. So just going back to that cause of, because ultimately it's going to be a decree that this man is going to bring forth to, So matter of fact, let me jump up on this concerning those miracles. Verse 14, Revelation 13 and 14, it reads, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast, which had the wound by a sword and did live. So as you can see, this revived Roman Empire being once again being erected. And as you can see, those miracles, this man, his technology is what's contributing to these people being drawn to him, man. But we're not ignorant of Satan's devices. Matter of fact, let's get that, because this is what's going to overcome that, this understanding. Because this is how this man is luring the people in, that snare, that trap. And that's what it does, is presented in such a way to draw you in, man. Not knowing it's for your destruction. So when this man, when he bring out the so-called pros and cons of it, because that nigga will throw it out there to try to address the elephant in the room. What's the cons of biotech? Is it going to really mess with your flesh? But the nigga really want to push him up as convenience from the chip. Everything is, you don't have to worry about fraud or, robbery anymore. You don't have to worry about forgetting your wallet now. Your keys is already there. Your license or whatever. And with their forehead, like you said, those miracles. You've been in a wheelchair all your life, and this nigga came up with the way out of that. You ain't never seen you ain't never heard, but this devil got the outlet for that. All those are snares. 2 Corinthians 2 and 11, it said, lest Satan should get an advantage of us. And that's what ultimately leads to captivity. Because that's what it is. You're going to be you're going to be stuck in that digital. That was a realm, I believe that what he said. A digital realm. And you're going to be stuck there. And you're going to have to abide by the rules unless you be cut off. And then that's your ass. Which it's going to be your ass if you take it from the jump. But it said, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. See, we're not ignorant of Satan's devices, man. How this devil is pushing it as this is the next step to what this nigga say, human evolution. We put these words together, not knowing it's an effort for this devil to keep you in further derision, man. Let's get some what's that? Oh yeah, the book of Proverbs, the first chapter, going back to that snare. Proverbs 1:17, it says, surely in vain the net is spread in the sight of any bird. So we have eyes to see through the testimony of Yahushua, man. We see that net is being laid before us. You seeing this system being set up. You seeing the snares are being laid. Laws are being passed for this digital system to get out the ground, man. You got these CBDCs. So we getting closer and closer to that moment, man. As you can see, that it's here now. Let me go back to that Revelation 13. It's here now. Revelation 13:16, it says, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. I dare you to say something after this, because that, these other counts will say is sin. You use your hand to put your mind is the thought, and your hand is you putting action to the sin. But motherfucker, you was condemned 12 years ago when you was, putting that Christmas tree up. You was already condemned. For all these ideologies. You went to church on Sunday. You'd be already condemned, man, when you go into it, because this is a law not to take this. When you read Revelation the 14th chapter, the 9th verse, it's a penalty for taking this. So that means you already condemned if you have if you have already, you really condemn yourself if you say that the mark is sin. Shit, we all sin. So what does that really mean? It's talking about concerning taking that charagma, man. So matter of fact, let's get this in the book of Job, the 5th chapter. Job 5 and verse 12, it reads, he disappointeth the devices of the crafty, so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise. And what is that device, man? Is it the devices of the crafty, which we know is going to a plot, a scheme? But what does it lead to, that device, man? That's not just coincidence. When you hear the word device in these modern times, it's associated with technology. Because this man's devices is actually going to lead to a device, man. And we seeing it becoming more and more apparent, man, as we get closer to the perfect day. It says, so their hands cannot perform their enterprise. This man, to crown enterprise success, to fulfill his new world order, his desire. And the bridge to that is to chip the people, man. You gotta, this nigga was able to give everyone a social security card. Somehow, some way, you know what I mean? You hear, just speaking of Babylon, you got a fucking social security card. This nigga gonna take it a step further. He gonna literally brand you by the way of that, the digital all, man. So matter of fact, I'm gonna end it off on this, because starting with the Apostle Elders, great millstone on down, it was declared unto you, man. Then you gonna know that a prophet have been among you, man. A prophet of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. This is Isaiah 42 and verse 9. Behold, the former things are come to pass, and new things do I declare. And what was those former things? Those judgments of old? The flood, the Egypt, Sodom and Gomorrah. Even the coming or going of these kingdoms. Really, all these prophecies, that have happened back then, they were spoken on first. It was, it was declared by the prophets. It was prophesied. And what it says now, new things do I declare. In this lifetime is certain events that is set to take place. Ultimately, the destruction of America. But before that, all hell will break loose. Sedition among men, this civil war. But before that war, before the destruction, that hour of temptation will come. When you read St. Matthew the 24th chapter, 29th verse, I believe. It says, immediately after the tribulation, then shall the sun be darkened. So was the center state, what's going to contribute to that hour of temptation, the tribulation, is this time with a mandatory mark, where the mark will be mandatory to continue on this system, man. It says, before they spring forth, I tell you of them. And that you're going to know who the Lord is dealing with, man. When this thing is mandated, when you got to get it, or else, you're going to know a prophet have been among you. You're going to know a prophet of Yahweh Shem Yahushua was among you. And that's the apostles and elders of Great Millstone on down, man. That's the Lord's men, So I just hold it with edifying. I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Racha Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to the elect that teaches word on true faith and sincerity. Shalom.